Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back on Gooner Gathering for our second, and this is the plan stream, everybody. So hopefully this will go absolutely fine and as planned as promised. I am your host, Lee. Tonight I am joined by Matt Roberts. How are you, Matt? You all right?
I'm good. It's been a very interesting day in the Super League, and
Hmm.
especially yesterday as well. We've had ups and downs all around the board, so I'm looking forward to this game, that's for sure. And I am going to enjoy this game because it's what I love doing.
Absolutely right, mate. Absolutely right. So chat's already quite busy. So Niall Kane is in here. Big ups to you, Niall. Thank you again for joining us. Um, Matt, would you be so kind, sir, to first of all, and most importantly for me, would you like to go through the Arsenal ladies' side and tell us who is in our starting lineup for today, please?
Yes, okay. So this is a lot of our social media has been all over the place today because it is a certain someone's birthday as well, and there's been fans sorting that out. So I'll come to that when we get to her. So first in goal is Manuela Zinsberger. You then have Noel Maritz on the right hand side with Lotta Vuben Moy and Rafaela making up the centre backs with Steph Catley on the left. You have Leah Williamson, who usually plays at centre back. He's going to be in the midfield. Leah Volti is unfortunately a little bit injured at the moment, so she's had to fill in there. But she is capable of doing that, as we saw.
It's devastating news about Walties, by the way.
It's always devastating when Leah Volti isn't playing, but it's just one of those. Kim Little, our captain, and Frida Marnham. So we've got the usual two that are in midfield now with our long-standing injuries with Frida Marnham, with Vivian Miedema and Beth Mead.
Amy's cameo in here.
Then you have Lena Hurtig, Caitlin Ford, and a very, very happy birthday to Stina Blackstenius. I don't think many people would actually know a lot about, but when we do go into the ground, or if you do have it on stream, wherever you have it, there are a lot of Swedish flags, and that's just to say happy birthday and in support after the reports coming out that she was apparently offered to Man United, and then so let's just say the trolls got on hold of wind saying that the Arsenal supporters group have been falsely accused of things.
Yeah.
But again, it comes with the terror. It's all drama. So that makes up our starting 11. We then have Sabrina D'Angelo and Kaylin Marquise, Jem Beattie, Laura Weinreuter, Katie McCabe, Gio, Victoria Palova, Katrina Paul, and Michelle Agaman on the bench. Oh, it's all right. It's my charger's fallen down. I was trying to
No
get it.
worries, my friend. Well, if you want to attempt to make a grab for that, I'll keep up with the chat if I can. And I just want to say big hello to my work colleague from a certain supermarket. Big hello to Julie, who's a Tottenham fan, who I am pretty sure is going to be pretty elated from the Manchester City game that we've just come off. Amazing stuff. Obviously, this is going to be a ladies' stream, so my kind of plan here is to try and avoid talking about men's football if I can for this stream. But yeah, thank you for being there. And Niall Kane's just saying, well done Spurs for doing Arsenal a turn. And John, who's also one of our mods here, is saying hi, Matt, to you. So I suppose we're going into this after Chelsea have pulled a result out of the game earlier on today against Tottenham. Would you like to have a couple of seconds to have a little talk about that?
Yeah, so usually when it comes to these sorts of games, Chelsea do what they do best, which is pull it out of the bag. But they have these tendencies to look very unappealing in certain periods of the game. So we've seen it again. So for example, the game at the Emirates, I was there. Arsenal playing the team off the pitch for 45 minutes, first 45, end up getting the goal in the after the penalty, and then just after that, Chelsea just started to come into the game. So that it's the type of thing that Chelsea do. Like literally, a goal can come out from nothing. Lauren James ended up going on a nice little run, which for some reason the Tottenham players forgot what defending was. I don't have a YouTube channel, John, at the moment. I wish I did, but I'm more of a contributor at the moment. But yeah, we'll go back to the Chelsea game. So
You're here, there, and everywhere, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, basically, I'm here as a guest, bit of hair and air and everywhere. But yeah, Chelsea just they scored their goals. They've got their first one came through. Oh God, I've got to remember who it came from now. I've been so busy focusing on everyone else's games that I've forgotten about ours. Here we go.
No worries, no worries. I do know for a fact that Beth England scored against her former club today, but obviously the win came for Chelsea earlier today.
Yes, so it was Jess Carter who scored the first goal for them. Lauren James then scored with her solo run, and then Gura Rice made it 3-1 before Nicola Kosikowska. I'm very bad with my Polish names, so I will apologise for butchering that.
You literally have gone from the Paul Merson School of Pronunciation there, mate. So excellent work there, mate. So cheers.
And then earlier today, in the other earlier game, we had Manchester United take on Everton. It ended 0-0, but it could have quite easily finished Everton winning that 1-0. Jess Park had an opportunity in the 72nd minute. She was through on goal. She took it around Mary Apps. Unfortunately, she couldn't get her footing right, and she blasted it straight past the goal, and it went wide. So a bit of a shame, really. But it could have been a bit more of a happy ending to this. But this is why I like women's football. You never know what results you can get, and that's the first time anyone's gone to Leigh Sports Village since we actually went there. And funny enough, when I was there for the Arsenal game, when we won 2-0, Kate McKay and Viv Miedema getting on the score sheet that day. 2021 November that was.
Fantastic, mate. Fantastic. So my first my question sort of comes to mind right now is obviously there was a lot of speculation with Alicia Russo over deadline day, and clearly that never panned out. How did she perform today for United? Obviously 0-0, but how did she play?
I have a feeling it might have been in the back of her mind because she actually played really well, but she did some of the things that she usually does for England, where she goes out wide to deliver crosses when she is one of the tallest players in the box. She shouldn't be delivering them. She'd be there in that box because that's where you want her. But she's got a hell of a good cross on her. And hi, Sam.
Hi, Sam Wilson. Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, really, because she is good at what she does best. And unfortunately, she got in a bit of a pickle again. I think because of the transfer rumours, it might have swayed her a little bit, and she might be a little bit on the off, feeling a little bit off mentally. So, 100% agree there, John.
I'll read the comment out from John saying women's football is better than the men's, as the women show the men how it's done. And so, yeah, absolutely. Do you know what? What you don't see in the WSL is people rolling around. You don't see dramas making out of nothing, and it makes for a very entertaining watch. And John's saying hi to Sam in the chat. There he is.
Yeah,
and Sam thinks we might grab Russo on a free. Listen, as you kindly contributed on our channel the other day, mate. There'll be all sorts of teams, not just here in the domestic league, but abroad as well with Russo. I'm sure that everyone will be interested in getting her talents.
That's the whole thing as well. Is that she contributed a lot during that European Championship win. I always go back to the goal against Sweden, the back heel. It is one of my favourite goals from that European Championship. But she also did so well. She was able to hold the ball up. She was able to bring others in play. She is very big and tall in the air. So as we've seen her score against Arsenal this year, and she is a fantastic player. And you can see why Arsenal were trying to get them in. It would just be okay. Let's see what happens at the end of the season. I think that's what Sam is saying as well. But I think this is the thing. I think they know that publicly Arsenal put their name in the hat to say, if you do decide that you want to move on, Arsenal are going to be there. There's a highly chance that we're going to be in Champions League next season. There's an opportunity to even get to a semi-final this season of the Champions League. We're in the semi-final of the Conti Cup as well, which is the League Cup for those that don't know. It's exciting to be part of Arsenal at the moment. I mean, we've just brought in some young, decent players as well. Catherine Cole, who's on the bench today, she is described as the next Pernille Harder, but she's got a higher ceiling. So there's plenty of opportunity for young players or players who are world class looking for the next step to come to Arsenal, because the opportunity is there. We also did see that Noel Maritz was now looking to join Juventus with former manager Joe Montemiro. Unfortunately, fortunately for us, unfortunately for them, Arsenal turned around and said no. But it'll be most likely that Noel is off in the summer, which means we'll be looking at a new right back.
Absolutely. So literally we are... so Sam might join us very soon. That's exciting news. So as Sam says in the chat here, I think it would depend on how we end the season if we can give us something to join on. So I guess we're talking sort of like right into the Champions League, automatic stages, etc. So John is saying women won the England final in 2022. Men haven't done it since 1966. I mean, you wouldn't know. England fans never talk about it. So focus right now on the Sky cams is on Marnham, who's been sensational since she's come into our midfield. She's really put a position.
I think I'm behind her again. I've got the team huddle from West Ham.
Literally, they're taking the knee right now.
So there's So I'll
be. Do you want me to? Listen, mate. I probably, if I can find my remote, I can hold it. I can hold it just for you, just a second.
So I am on Freedom Arnhem at the moment.
Right. Okay. So listen, I'll give you a second to sort of keep up with me. So anyone who's watching in the chat, we are on a little bit of a delay. But
that.
That's quite all right, mate. That's not a problem. I've got the remote in hand, so I'm probably going to give you about 15 seconds, and then we'll go into it.
Leah Williamson with the ball, straight to Kim Little, playing it back to Rafaela.
I think we're probably about there.
Exactly. Arsenal just playing
the
ball.
The counter comes up.
Don't get on the ball. It's we haven't done the West Ham team, so I'll just quickly go through that. So they've got Mackenzie Arnold in goal, Kirsty Smith on the left back, Grace Fisk and Hawaya Sissoko at centre backs. This is the problem when you don't have their full names. Risa Shimizu as the left back, Alice Stringer, Dagny Burns-Jottier, who scored their goal against us last game out against us at Meadow Park. She scored the first goal of the game. She has been on fire for West Ham this season. She's got, I believe, it's about 6 goals in the Super League.
Fair enough. So a couple of points I can bring up. recognised Paul Konchesky, the West Ham manager, on the sidelines.
He's actually got hair now. That's the really odd thing.
He's gone to Wayne Rooney's barbers.
Probably. Oh, Frida Marner.
Arsenal are in here.
Go on, Frida.
It's good from the goalkeeper. Claimed it really well from Frida.
Well done. So,
other player I did recognise on the West Ham bench is Lisa Evans, who left Arsenal in the summer.
yes, and it was a case of Jonas did not feel like he needed her, so her contract was coming to an end, and she felt that she actually did a lovely vlog with We Play Strong, and at the time she was saying that she really enjoyed playing at West Ham, and we haven't actually had any of the We Play Strong vlogs for a long time, so I don't know what's happened there, but she feels appreciated. Fair play to her. Lisa Evans, one of the last players.
Fair enough. So Sam's saying, in that case, I might leave it in your capable hands. I'll join in at half time. Thoughts and full time thoughts instead. Fair enough. So we're going to have an analyst at half time and at full time. We don't need Sky Sports here. This is where it's at.
Move over.
The expert. Exactly. That's what it's all about. I do believe the Hammers have got a corner here, mate.
Yep. So I should just quickly finish off the West Ham team, but I think we'll wait for this corner to come.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Coming in from the right-hand side.
This is where Dagny Bruynsjotter is one of the best. But we've got it away. Not for long, though. It's,
West Ham can try and build again.
So I think I was on Dagny Bruynsjotter, who's just put in a lovely ball there for Asai. Lot of good. Moving on, puts it away. Not for long though. Phyllis into the box and away again. Frida Marnham's with it now, just trying to see off. Oh, we got free kick.
Free kick there, I think. Yeah, a little bit of shirt pulling, perhaps.
I think it's Hawa Hagashi, Phyllis, who was on the ball earlier, Asai, and Snella as well for West Ham. It's always difficult when you do that, but as you mentioned, Lisa Evans is on the bench. Kate Longhurst is also another player that you might recognise. She had a lovely celebration against Tottenham last season where she just shouted into the camera, let's have some of that, which it's a nice little piece there.
You love to see it.
But it's a great little video. Just Manu on the ball, passing it straight to Lotta at the moment. It's looking like we're just building up play at the moment, waiting for that chance to attack again with Rafaela.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Sam Wilson, the main event, and it will be with us at half time. So don't worry, we'll be okay. We'll carry on. We'll try and cope the best way we can without Mr. Wilson's expertise as West Ham take a throw on the halfway line.
What do you think about this pink kit, by the way? For those that I can't see, there we go.
I quite like it, to be fair. It goes well with the brand. I think it goes well with the teams. Yeah, I like it. I'm a fan.
Because
let's hope they can all see each other.
The last time we played in this kit was against Liverpool, which was a bit of an odd game, actually, because we could have used the black kit. But apparently, if they're putting in new rules to say with colour blindness and things like that, that black wasn't very easy to see. So that's why we've a lot of this season, if we're not using the black kit, we're using the pink kit. And it's more of the women that are using it at the moment. I don't think the men's have used that third kit for any of their games.
No, fair enough.
Unless it's all in Europe.
Fair enough.
Any birthday today? Justina Blackstenius, who's playing up top. So we do know usually it's quite funny actually. Usually when a lot of our players have birthdays, they're quite together or around the same sort of time. It's actually Lotta Vuben Moy and Laura Weinreuter both
Go on,
also
Caitlin.
into the
Caitlin
box.
forward with the cross across there, ball across there, but West Ham are sort of semi-dealing with it.
Oh, Frida Arnhem might be in here. I just given a free kick.
Let's just see how this plays. I think that's a throw on.
Yeah.
Lucky enough, it's going to segue to Steph Catley, who's got engaged in this week.
Yes.
I saw that on Twitter, so
yeah.
I'm really pleased for her.
That was quite a nice little photo that they had. They've got their little dog, and those that might have eagle eyes might recognise her boyfriend, well now fiance, as the goalkeeper for Reading, Daniel Dantis, I believe his name is. So he also did play for Reading in that FA Cup game. He got substituted on while they were 4-0 up, I think. Man United were 4-0 up at the time. So he kept a clean sheet for the last 20 minutes, I believe. So something
fantastic
from it.
Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. So we see West Ham sort of walk the ball out to a throw for Arsenal, and Arsenal going to attack again.
Oh, Frida Arnhem again.
I think we're going to get a free kick here.
Yeah, definitely a free kick. But it's further back, so it must have been playing the advantage.
Yeah. Let's just have a look at this. This Frida gets a bit of a tackle quite high on the knee as well, wasn't it?
Looks like a shirt pull, if I'm honest. But if it's a combination, then fair play to the referee.
Yeah.
And it's good to see as well the referee hasn't brought out a card or anything like that. He's just letting them settle into the game already.
Yeah, it wasn't malicious or anything like that. As Arsenal look to play this ball in,
Steph Catley
just gone wide.
Oh, it's a good idea.
Yeah,
but we are attacking all the away towards all our fans. So hopefully a goal can be scored, because that at that end was the lucky end last time around when I was there.
Yeah,
last day of the season. It's just looking at that Frida Arnhem chance within the first 2 minutes, she takes on the opposition. She's just not enough on it in the end.
Fair enough.
You, John. Oh, not yet. Wait until John's saying his birthday's on the 14th of March. To say happy birthday to you just yet.
Yeah. You know, it's coming up soon though, as is Christmas. But yeah, we'll see how all this plays out. We just as we're sort of going through a replay on one of the West Ham attack sets, probably good to point out that we are going to look to go live again on Wednesday for the League Cup game against Manchester City. Streams also already set up, so if you're subscribed to Gooner Gathering, you should see the stream already ready to go. So hope we can see everybody there for that. If you are new, if you are perhaps one of my Facebook friends who can see this for the first time, please, if you could be so kind to go onto the YouTube channel, go on to Gooner Gathering, hit the subscribe button. Let's get these subscribers numbers up a little bit if we could. That'd be amazing. So great to see. I can see a fair number of people in the chat already, which is lovely to see. And we'll try and keep up with the match as best as we can on a bit of a VAR time delay. So what you got, Ames? Thank you, mate. Go on then. Thanks, mate. Little present from my daughter there. That's going to go straight in.
With the long ball.
There we go.
Nicely straight to Stina, and we're away on that right hand side. Straight into Stina again towards the West Ham box. She's looking to get into that. She's done really well. No free kick though, but Frida Arnhem's got it.
I mean, she's dancing through everybody.
She's dancing through the box on a plate for Lena Hurtig, and it's just gone wide.
What a bit of play that was on the right though.
It was fantastic play from Stina as well. We've just got it back on the replay. So Frida dancing past the West Ham defence. Lena Hurtig just can't get on the end of it, and Frida Arnhem does have the chance again to get on the end of it, but again, it's not a clean shot, and it's well deflected by Hagiashi and deflects off Frida Marnham's foot.
Absolutely. Sort of try and just off position in the midfield. I think Arsenal are going to pass it back to the goalkeeper with nearly 12 minutes gone in the game.
It's been a very entertaining game at the moment. There's not been any issues that I'm concerned with or anything like that. We're playing really nice football, getting it out wide at the moment, like we are right now with Caitlin Ford to Frida.
Looks like a chance here.
Stina.
She set it up. No, not quite. Deflected off the defender.
And hoofed away.
So West Ham did well there. Managed to get the ball out of the situation. They've got it to their centre halves, now to the left back. And they're just going to sort of try and slow it down just for a little bit.
As we were talking about Man City earlier, for their game, they did win 2-0 against Leicester, but it was a very hard game for them in the end. The new goalkeeper for them, who's on loan from Bayern Munich, had a fantastic game. Just in the end, they just had too much quality, but that gives me hope for the game against Man City. Again, they had Steph Catley's got the ball.
It's all right. West Ham sort of nipped it off her. They're attacking via the right back, a long ball forward. They're trying to catch this out, but Raffaele gets it back to the goalkeeper. She does very, very nicely. Nicely controlled. I think that's Lotta who's just going to try and put it across, and then we're going to try and build again.
It's quite nice at the moment. These nice little short spells. It's very patient. Pass and wait for that opportunity to find someone else and then go forward. It's not very aggressive and let's just lump it forward as West Ham have done. Although West Ham do have passions of plays where they do like to pass it on the deck. Funny enough, I was at their last game against Everton. Cross in there. Unfortunately, Mackenzie Arnold goes and collects it straight out to the left back. Been given the opportunity to drive through here. That's there we go. Cross back in. Seen away by Frida Marnham.
Yeah, Arsenal trying to build. I think they're going
to Leah.
It's a fair challenge in the midfield there. West Ham are coming at Arsenal again.
Again, they're looking to just build up patiently. But West Ham against Everton, a lot of Everton's goals all came, well, the first two came from set pieces. So that's something to bear in mind when we do have set pieces. That this might be a chance for them to take an opportunity. Mackenzie Arnold just fastening back. There. Into the midfield now for West Ham. Again, a
dangerous position on the left wing there. Well out.
Man, Zinsberger's just managed to get it.
She anticipated that really nicely, mate, didn't she?
Fantastic. She's a great goalkeeper. Again, this happens in women's games. Her contract's up at the end of the season. She's got a fiance back in Germany. There's a chance there that she might end up deciding to move on. And if she moves on, there's going to be plenty of people. There's also the option to stay for another season. But at the end of the day, she's been a fantastic servant. I always think back to when we played Tottenham during the lockdown season. That triple save that she made was her becoming a better goalkeeper. At the time, she wasn't really well thought of as well as she is at the moment. But again, that's it's one of those problems. You get a bit of miscommunication. You think between Zinsberger and ball coming through.
It's good from Arsenal though. I think Ford has just committed a foul on the defender there, but all of a sudden, from like a couple of seconds in, from the ball being at Zinsberger, we managed to get on the breakaway and into an attacking position really quickly. And regarding Zimberger as well, obviously Arsenal bought an extra goalkeeper, didn't they? A couple of days ago, you mentioned it on your on your little stream here, and like I say, perhaps they're looking perhaps as long-term options as we come into the last couple of months of a contract.
Well, that's the other thing. I think there's going to be a huge supply of goalkeepers that are out of contract in the summer as well. So it's not just going to be Manu. There's going to be plenty of goalkeepers to go around. So there's some rumours about Hampton, whether or not her time at Aston Villa is going to be done because she's not getting game time. There was a little bit of that issue. That was a good chance there for Arsenal, just blocked again by West Ham, but we have won it back now. Kim Little just passing
it to the right hand side.
Back to Noel Moritz.
Back to Steph Catley.
She's become very popular as well, not just for her free kicks, but just consistently playing at.
Steph's been brilliant. Since I've started watching the ladies' game since about January time, mate, last year. Honestly, Steph is one of the most consistent players that I've ever seen in this game.
She really does play really well, and the fans really appreciate her as well. So, the things that she does as well, it's just fantastic to see. Ball into the box, Kim Little tries to put a cross in, but it's cleared, and we'll have a throw in.
I think it might have gone for a corner actually, but we'll see that again.
It looked like it hit the roof of the.
Let's have a little look. Oh yeah. Throw on to Arsenal.
I think it was from the way the ball fell.
There you go. Obviously, I was predicting the future.
Now we got a
corner. How did I do that? Remarkable stuff.
Well, it was at
Great chance for Arsenal here.
Psychic in the chat.
Yeah.
Don't have that anymore. The old Cannon chat days.
Oh mate, I miss them. I really do. Talking of Cannon chatter, I will bring them up just after the corner kick from Arsenal here. Ball's come in. Can we get a head on it? Not quite this time. Little plays it off straight back to the corner taker. Can we get anything from this? And rebound. That's a wild cross. It's going to be on the byline.
Good effort.
So very soon on this channel, talking of Cannon chatter, I am honoured to say to everyone that's here and watching the stream, I have got Stephen Best coming in February, middle of February, and we're going to do his Desert Island Kickabout. I've been looking forward to having a chat with him for a long time. He's going to be on holiday, so I'm going to have a proper chat with my old boss over in Cannon Chatter. I am so looking forward to that one, so keep an eye on the channel for that one.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. He's a really nice guy, and
he is. Brilliant guy. He taught me so much in terms of putting streams together, just like the one you're watching right now, guys, and just give me confidence in front of a camera. You know, he's a great guy. So that's going to be a good watch coming up in a couple of weeks' time.
So at the moment, Arsenal are in their own half. Leah Williamson with the ball, playing it nice to Noel Moritz. Straight out to Caitlin Ford.
Let's see if Caitlin can get past the defender here.
Opportunity for the cross, blocked and just gone for the throw. But it's odd seeing Caitlin on the right. Usually we see Lena on the right and Caitlin goes on the left. So it's a bit of an oddity that she's on the right, unless Jonas going back to his old tactics of swapping. Swapping the wide players around. Usually what would happen, Caitlin and Beth would swap usually around this time so that they can get better with each other.
Here's a chance. Well done, West Ham defender there. I think it's the number 2 who's got it out and away.
Again.
And I think the offside flag's gone up, so West Ham have got a chance to
The
regroup.
offside from a throw-in.
I'm not sure that's the rules, but there you go. What do we know, mate? Eh? What do we know?
It's in West Ham's area at the moment, just passing it backwards and forwards again, waiting for that opportunity.
It's good to see Rafaela back in the centre half position for Arsenal, isn't it?
Oh, she nearly made a lovely ball there, but she managed to make a nice header for Steph Catley.
Free kick given there.
Oof.
Is it Catley been taken down? No, it was Lisa Hurting, wasn't it? Let's see this one again. Perhaps gone down the Achilles there.
The other thing as well is that if they do hurt them, they actually do got to double check that they're okay, that they're not. And she's up on her feet. If that was in the men's game, they'd probably still be rolling around.
Yeah, definitely. There's their international record up there, 62 caps for Sweden. 20 goals. Come in for Arsenal relatively recently. Come in August from Juventus. Free kick to Arsenal, played in straight to the West Ham goalkeeper.
You need to do better with his set pieces.
So the longer it goes as 0-0, they them sort of set piece situations are going to be more and more important, I think.
I believe it's Phyllis that's in here.
Oh, and that's well out.
Good save by Zinsberger.
Yeah, she's claimed that ball very nicely and nice and cleanly.
I don't know if you saw that in the shot that Kim Little was just on the right behind her just in case it did go in, but
oh yeah.
That's
what Kim does though, isn't she? She's almost like an extra centre half who sort of can drop back so comfortably from that midfield position just to make sure the side's well covered in the defensive area.
She's very, very intelligent when it comes to her positioning. It's not. I know she's on the ball now, but whenever she's always scanning the pitch. She's always looking for an opportunity to where she can be used best. She's not just, oh, go on, Rafaela.
A good run up the field. Just does cut out before it got too dangerous for West Ham. Arsenal got it back though.
Well, go on, Lena.
Catley plays it back, and centre halves are playing it amongst themselves right now. Looking for that big ball that's going to be cut out again. West Ham defended, first 25 minutes of the game, they've defended well.
Well, the last time it did take over 45 minutes. Oh, might be in here.
Nearly the through pass. Gets very, very well cut out there.
She won't be able to pick it up though if she does, because it'll be a back pass.
Yeah.
That's a back pass. She's just picked it up. She's just picked it up from a back pass. That's a back pass.
Okay, well, maybe look at it again. Arsenal coming forward. Little bizarro moment going on there. I don't think commentary have picked it up on Sky.
There we go. Last 10 minutes, 35% possession. As Athletics going on down the left-hand side now.
Oh, it's nice. Played straight ball in. Oh, it's unlucky.
Oh, I think that's deflected over. Is that going to be a corner? Doesn't look like it.
Off Stina Baxtinius.
With the opportunity there. It was a lovely play from
I think it's gone clean over the bar, mate. I think it's gone clean. Yeah. Look at that from Hurting, though. Fantastic from her. Manages to get the ball inside the penalty area, gets it across the 6-yard line, and it's one of them you kind of expect the shot to stay down. But I think you've mentioned as well, Stina's not had a goal for a little while, has she?
No. So her last goal was in the WSL has been a while. I believe it was the game against Leicester, actually. That's Freedom Arms going through, cross, and gone for a corner.
Yeah, which I think Frida might try and look to take quite quickly. Or not, as the case might be. But Leah Williamson makes her way up there. Raffaele, Perkins there, Ford.
Got to make the most of it now. It's nice ball and swinging. In Hertig on the end of it, she can bring it down. Try and bring that ball back in, but gone straight back to Kim Little, who puts it to Noelle Meritz, who plays it back to Kim Little again and again. And now we'll see Stinsberger again. On that far side, just looking to play a long ball off to Caitlin Ford. No, Frida Marnham.
She's got 2 on her, isn't she?
She's actually starting hard to Marnham, actually, because it's almost like there's a couple of Norwegian players. I think it's Caroline Hansen, Graham Hansen, even. You've got to use the full names. You can't say one or the other. It's one of that. There we go. Caitlin Ford's on the ball now. Opportunity to play in Learnhards and Marnham.
Has that gone for a goal kick? Did it just no throw on? We'll just carry on. 28 minutes gone, still 0-0.
It's so odd not having the volume on for this, because usually you'll be able to hear all the Arsenal fans. Basically, Arsenal have been sending out a lot of the away allocations that they've been given.
Yeah.
Even the home games now, they're very hard to get tickets to unless you get there early.
Yeah.
It's just so difficult now to get tickets than it was, say, last season or or pre-COVID even.
I mean that's I think largely down to the publicity of the TV channels and the amount of time it's getting on the mainstream media as well.
Yeah, it all helps, but at the same time, you look at some of the so West Ham play their home games at Dagenham and Redbridge, which is, I believe, it's like a 4,000 seat stadium. The away allocation would have probably been about 7. I believe is about 700, which we've got, and it doesn't. West Ham have announced that this has been a sellout.
I saw that on Twitter earlier this evening. So that's amazing from the West Ham support as well. Give them plenty of credit.
I think this is the other thing as well, is when there's specific players that you come to go see. You look at someone like a Man City who have Lauren Hemp.
Come back to it. Shot in.
With a shot saved corner.
What a pass that was, mate. Let's have a look at this again. Is that Williamson with the ball in there?
Yeah, lovely flick from Leah Williamson.
What a save from the goalkeeper, though. What great reactions. Takes it away. Fantastic. Diving to her left.
It is what it is. Got a corner out of it. Another opportunity to make this 1-0.
That was a brilliant save.
It was a good save.
Header on there.
Comes in.
Arsenal are going to get it back in. They're going to get it back in. It's a deep cross. It's just gone straight to the defender. Maybe a chance for a long-range shot here.
Then Hudson Marnham. It's going to be too much, but Kim Little can get the ball back. No, she's going to let it go for a throw.
Yeah, throw in for Arsenal. It's going to let the fullback take it.
Yes, here Noelle Meritz comes on. Player that's not been able to get many starts to Laura Weinroy has fantastic start to the season, but she's a very consistent player.
Absolutely right, mate. So in the comments, Sam is saying it's a bit of a slow one, this, lads. very different West Ham to the one I've seen in the past. We're missing that killer edge so far. "31 minutes gone. It's still 0-0.
There's plenty of time. It's just as long as we can get a goal before half time, I'll be happy because it's been a very good team, a good performance so far. We've been the ones on the front foot at the moment, but just haven't seen anything go for it. And once again, West Ham are through.
Little bit of a mess in the Arsenal defence. They do manage to scramble it away.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a penalty then.
It looked dangerous, didn't it? Really dangerous from there.
Referee doesn't
Arsenal
give
have got it away. No, and of course, there's anyone who's watching doesn't normally follow. There's no VAR to worry about here.
That's the other fantastic thing as well.
Yes.
there are a few drawbacks as well. There's you've got small stadiums, you've got semi-professional refereeing, a shot in on here, Freedom Hearts Marnham again.
Yeah.
But
it's almost quite refreshing to watch a game where you don't have to worry. Is it a decision here? Is there a goal? Is it something else? You know, it's quite nice just watching it as an old school football match.
They're just showing the replay of Rafaela bringing down Danny and quite easily been a penalty there.
I'll read out Sam's comment here. It's saying that I think the longer and longer we don't score, I think West Ham could nick one against the run of play, and we can't be dropping any since United dropped points. Yes, of course, with their goalless draw, absolutely right. And the fact that Chelsea managed to beat Spurs earlier on as well, we can't allow too much of a gap between ourselves and them.
It's a lovely play from Stina to Caitlin Ford there. She's on the floor. She got a free kick just past the halfway line.
My kind of feeling in this one, the way it's going, Arsenal have had lots and lots of possession, even if it doesn't come with anything in this first half. It kind of feels to me like, you know, the longer the game will go, the more likely Arsenal will become to go and get another goal.
Lena Hurtig.
This would be lovely to set up for a goal, wouldn't it? Make me look like an absolute expert.
Lovely play from Rafaela there. Oh, go on, have the shot. She's all the way in the box.
Here we go. No.
Caitlin Ford.
Deflected out for a corner.
Defender there. Oh, once again, West Ham doing everything they can to
putting their bodies on the line.
But Rafaela just given the room to literally just go through the entire of the defence there. Oh, there's a question there for handball as well from Sissoko.
They're saying that maybe Caitlin Ford just maybe took too long on the shot initially. Don't know about that. It was a good bit of play for Arsenal though.
Just maybe a touch and then shoot. I think if she would have gone and taken the shot, it would have gone over. But the goal's coming.
Yeah, feel it, don't you? Here comes that corner. Header does clear the penalty area, but Arsenal are going to try and fight for it back. And West Ham are going to try and counter us now.
Lots of trying to get the free kick so that Arsenal can get back and defend.
Marnham does very well covering in right back position.
Good. Very good.
Really good from her.
Lovely long ball as well, straight to Lena Hurtig, who's just trying to get the move going again.
You're going to have to lose me just for a second, Matt. All right?
That's fine. So Stina Blackstenius is on the ball at the moment. Hopefully it'll be a nice birthday present for her if she gets on the score sheet. If not, I think she'll be happy with the 3 points. There we go. Rafaela Souza, Steph Catley. Back into Caitlin Ford on the edge of the box. And West Ham cleared, but Caitlin Ford gets on the end of it and it runs straight through to Mackenzie Arnold. So we're just going to see the replay of this now. But the goal is coming. You can feel it. And with everything that's going on, it'll be. We're on 9 minutes left of this half plus added time at the moment, so not long at all. As Leah Williamson plays it back to Awuba Moi.
I'm back with you, mate.
Playing peekaboo.
Absolutely. Something like that. I'm having to be on my toes a little bit, mate.
There we go. Then Hard to Mine. That was a nice idea, but just couldn't deliver it. No, it's not. It was Leah Williamson.
Letting the clock tick by a couple of seconds here.
Yeah. 37th minute on. Still 0-0 here with Mackenzie Arnold just going to go for that long ball.
Thank you for the extra like on the stream. Whoever put that in there, appreciate it. If you're not already, subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. You're seeing this on so many platforms this evening. Thought we'll just give it a little trial, see how it goes. Arsenal are going to come again, looking dangerous on that right-hand side. Shot comes in. It's well saved. That was Marnham again. It hits the shot. Looked relatively comfortable for the goalkeeper, but it was firm and on target.
Again, the chances coming. She could have quite easily gone and either passed it there or taken it a bit further. She didn't have to have the shot first time, but maybe it's just getting a bit antsy at the moment with the idea that we haven't scored yet. As a poor comes straight out for a West Ham throw near West Ham.
I mean, it feels like the longer it goes, the pressure perhaps coming towards it. You feel that obviously with the earlier games going on, we're just having a quick look back at a potential West Ham penalty claim here.
No, I still think that we got lucky there because that is a penalty.
Oh,
she's got a
could
right.
Have been, couldn't it? It's the captain, isn't it? It's the West Ham captain gone down.
Bernstotter here.
Perhaps we got away with one there a little bit.
Williamson, Little, but just gets away from her. That's a bit unusual for Kim Little.
She's normally so good in possession. She really is.
Her touches are unbelievable.
Yeah.
She's basically...
Oh, here we go. Oh, that through pass was so promising.
It was a good
opportunity. It looks so good. Keep her well off a line.
Just couldn't...
Just to scoop the ball and keep it safe for her side. Absolutely brilliant.
The competition begin.
Is that Mackenzie Arnold? There we go. That's six clean sheets in all competitions in the last 6 games.
Well, she didn't have a clean sheet when she played Everton, that's for sure.
Okay.
They lost the game 3-0.
Okay. Perhaps I misread that comment then.
There might be 6 clean sheets in the WSL this season. It's Leah Williamson.
Arsenal we're in here. Oh, it's well out from the goalkeeper again. I don't know how she's not scored.
Can't get the ball out of the
It's Caitlin Ford, wasn't it? It's Caitlin Ford with the shot. Through pass came in. She's gone through 2 defenders.
Again.
Hit the shot, but then all of a sudden it's gone straight to the goalkeeper. Well done from her. I'm a little bit in disbelief on that one.
That was the opportunity. A little dink and that's in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she started 11 of the 13 WSL games this season. So, just for content text, she might have gotten 6 clean sheets out of those 11.
Yeah.
Arsenal again looking to build.
Taken down there. Who's that? Who's that's been taken
Ooh.
down?
Free kick. Yeah.
Looks like it to me.
Moving forward. Your card's going to come out here.
Yeah. It's not been many yellow cards. If anything, I think this might be the first of the game.
It'll be Alice Stringer who gets the card.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just body checks her, and
yeah,
not a lot you can do from Smith, who was just happened to be there. Oh, sorry, Abby Lee Stringer.
Who's picked up a suspension now?
No, she's on 2 for the season.
It just says on the caption she's going to miss the game against Reading next month as a result of that. And you can see Raffaele just on the halfway line for Arsenal now. Trying to make the extra person in that midfield there.
Bit of a shame that didn't work really, because it was a really good ball there again.
Can we get on the turn there? The pass is intercepted again. West Ham's defensive game has been really good, really good. They've restricted us to, the chances have been few and far between, really. We've had plenty of possession.
They're doing all the right things. It's just trying to.
Another ball in there, claimed by the goalkeeper.
Coming up to 45 minutes now, so I'd imagine there'll be 2 minutes added on.
Yeah.
Not many stoppages at all, so
there you go. In terms of shots in the match, Arsenal 8, West Ham 2, and on target. Half of Arsenal's attempts have been on target, and Arsenal with the possession at 63%.
As we come again, United Marnham back to Rafaela. Just passing it at the moment into West Ham's defending third. Here we go.
Get across in.
Forward with the cross.
Kind of hacked away a little bit.
She can't seem to get it out of her feet. It's hard one at the moment. Gonna have no merits with the ball. They're looking to find ways to pass West Ham. Are we going to see a goal before the half-time whistle? Let's wait and see. As it's back to Rafaela Souza. She can put a ball in the box. She goes back to Leah Williams.
Nice. Can we get through it? Not quite.
Oh, she nearly kept it in.
Very close. Just gone beyond the advertising board inch. Stina.
Yeah, but
I think the offside flag might have been up anyway, mate.
Let's see. Paul Konchesky has hair. For those that didn't believe.
Goodness grief. Look at this. Jimmy Walker on the bench with them as well. Isn't Jimmy Walker former goalkeeper at West Ham?
Believe so, yes.
That's a deep cup and a half. In the depths of my memory, I do remember Jimmy Walker perhaps in the championships for West Ham back then. 1 minute to play. 1 minute to play in this first half.
Because it was Shaka Hislop that used to be West Ham's top goalkeeper at the time. And
remember Shaka Hislop very well. Top goalkeeper. Massive fan of him.
Only a minute to go, but we've had 23 seconds of that so far. So let's wait and see what happens. Because
can we get something right at the death of this half?
Come on, Rafaela.
Not with balls like that. Definitely can't reach that one. And they've managed to beat the other defender there. Smith beat Raffaele.
Leah Williamson doing what she does best, just delaying their attack. 10 seconds to go. West Ham just passing it around to just see out the lot. And that will be
That's the whistle. That's the whistle. That's a half-time score, ladies and gentlemen. That's 0-0. I'm going to take the banner off just for a minute. So a little frustrating for Arsenal. We had plenty of possession in the first half there, but unfortunately, the breakthrough is yet to be found.
I think we'll have, well, when Sam comes in, I think we'll have a different view of the game. But the goal did look like it was coming. Unfortunately, it didn't come, which was a bit of a shame because,
Yeah,
as we saw on the stats there, 4 shots on target, 8 of them.
I
Overall,
cannot
it's might need to do something a bit different in that second half, but we've got plenty to choose from on the bench to make that happen. So I'm sure we'll get something out of this game, and I'm sure it'll be the 3 points.
absolutely. So yeah, as we'll sort of on the half-time break, it's always a little bit difficult to talk through, but maybe a good time to sort of think about the upcoming game on Wednesday, which we're going to cover on the channel, against Manchester City in the League Cup semi-final. Of course, maybe talk to me a little bit about the structure of the League Cup, because it's kind of been brought to my attention through just reading through the feeds on Twitter and stuff. That, of course, we played the last round. It's literally we've sort of played one match, and all of a sudden we're in the semis. How does that sort of compare into, obviously, with the men's game, and the fact that obviously there's a bit of a any teams that are in Europe will come in later. How does that sort of compare?
So yeah, with the Men's League Cup, obviously you have the Premier League all the way down to League 2, and then it's a straight knockout. Apart from the semi-finals, it's 2 legs, and then whoever wins goes to the final. Whereas with the women, because of the Championship and the Super League itself, they have minimal numbers. If they did a knockout, the tournament would be done within, I'll probably say, 6 weeks. So they decided that they needed to find a way to bolster that as well as make it as competitive as possible. So Sam's just left a message. So before I talk about the League Cup.
Sorry, Sam, if you can jump in for a little bit, I'd appreciate it, because someone might need a loo trip. So if you can, I'd really appreciate you jumping in, mate. I'll answer the comment here, just sort of why we're not showing the game. Well, it's because we're not allowed to show the game. It's called copyright. This is why we do this sort of chat along sort of situation where me and my distinguished guests will go through the game and we'll talk about it the best way we can without getting any issues in terms of copyright strikes, etc. So there you are. Okay.
So the League Cup is basically to sort of make sure that there's not a big boundary between, say, a West Ham. You have more teams. You're able to take a Super League team and Championship team and see how well you do. You've got a team that have just come up from the previous division in Southampton, who would have been using this competition to see how far they've come. They finished bottom of their group. They lost to Reading. They lost to, I believe it was Crystal Palace, and they had someone else in their league. But basically, the top team qualify automatically in the group stages. But it's all done by region. So you don't have like a Liverpool going all the way down to Reading. You will have a Liverpool facing off against maybe a Durham, for example. But the winner of that goes, and then you have the best 2 or 3 runners-up will then go through. So it was Liverpool who finished second. They ended up getting in there. They lost to West Ham. West Ham and the semi-final against Chelsea. Arsenal and Chelsea also qualified because of the Champions League, which is also a problem as well because it had City also qualified for the Champions League group stages. They wouldn't have been able to play in the competition, and they would have had an automatic bye to the quarter knockout stages. A lot of people have a few views on this. Some people think that because they've got a Champions League spot, it shouldn't be automatically given to them, or there should be a chance that other teams should be able to progress a little bit more. So it's not just you're doing a last 8, last 4, and then a final. You could almost have a last 16 and go from there. But then if you do that, is there a chance for, say, Bristol City, currently top of the league in the Championship, would they be able to get through to the last 16? Does it seem fair? The other option would be allowing lower teams into the competition again. They'd league top of their own.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you for that, Matt. So I am going to leave you just for a couple of seconds. Just want to welcome into the stream Sam Wilson. Hello, mate.
Hey, how is everyone?
How you doing, mate? You okay?
Yeah, good, thank you.
You're looking a bit rounder than the last time I've seen you.
Yeah, I'm literally just sat here in my pajamas, so I've left the camera off.
Oh, okay. Well, you can turn the camera on if you want. Give the people something to look at. But I'm only playing with. Thanks for jumping in, Sam.
That's all right.
You just have a little chat about how the first half goes, and I'll be right with you as soon as I can. All right. Cheers.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of a nothing half, to be honest. I've seen better halves of football, that's for sure. I think we're kind of lacking that just killer spark kind of end product. We can do everything kind of up to scoring, but we just can't score for some reason. Which you can see kind of why he's trying to bring somebody else in, I guess. Because everything up to is fine. Defending's okay. I think that probably was a penalty. I think we're quite lucky to not have that given against us, to be fair. But yeah, I think the longer and longer it goes on without us scoring, I think it gives West Ham an opportunity, really, unfortunately, to kind of get something out of it, because they're certainly a lot better than fighting to stay up like they have been the last couple of seasons. They certainly look a much better team than they were, that's for sure.
Just to put it into context for people, West Ham are actually 7th in the league. They've actually got 16 at the current moment. They will have 16 points. So there's no 16 points is usually enough to get you out away from the relegation zone, and you're basically safe anyway.
Yeah, because it's the last 2 or 3 seasons in it where they've been actually really fighting to stay up, and have kind of just stayed up by the skin of their teeth, sort of thing.
I'll just have a quick look at last season's table as well. Last season, they finished 6th. Their highest position finished 27th. Birmingham got relegated with 11 points. Leicester City finished on 13 points. I'll just go into lockdown season. Bristol City finished on 12 points. Birmingham City finished on 14 points that season. West Ham finished on 15 points. So, would you say then, what can Arsenal do in the second half? Is it going to be a substitution, do you feel, or is it going to be something else that needs to happen?
I don't think there's many on the bench, if I'm honest, though, that could really give us that much more of a killer. I think we've got all of our best players on the pitch, haven't we? Apart from, if I'm looking at it, maybe some of the new signings could bring a little bit more energy into it, but I don't know whether they're capable of completely changing the game as such. I'm just going to look at our bench, actually.
So we have Victoria Plova, Katrine Kuhl, Giovanna. Apart from you've got Jem Beattie, Laura Weinreuter, Katie McCabe, as Katrina Kuhl, as well as Michelle Agaman.
Yeah, well, maybe I don't know, Kate McCabe to kind of give them some grit. I don't think there's anybody that steps on there from the bench that is guaranteed to get you a goal. So I think we've kind of just got to, be more clinical, basically.
How much have you seen of these players, though? In all honesty, has it just been the game against Leeds and the League Cup game against Villa as well?
Yeah, I haven't really seen much of the new signings at all because I haven't been able to watch the last couple. So I'd be quite excited to see some of them because some of them, by all accounts, played really well in the last game for sure.
Okay, so just so people are aware, just to go through that subs bench again, we've got both goalkeepers, Sabrina D'Angelo and Kaylin Marquise, Jem Beattie, Laura Weinreuter, Katie McCabe, Giovanna, Victoria Palova, Katrine Kuhl, and Michelle Agaman, who also scored her last goal around this time on Sunday. So there's options, but do West Ham? You sort of mentioned about West Ham going up the other end and scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think
There's been
threatening?
Sorry, you finish.
No, go on.
It's kind of just been when we've switched off a little bit, they've actually looked quite dangerous on the counter attack. Not when we switched off, when we've maybe just committed too many forward, and we've been left a little bit short at the back. I just worry about that and worry about them taking one of the chances that they get. But like I say, it's up to us, isn't it, to kind of, if they do get those chances, to score before that happens and kind of kill the game off. Because I think this game's finished if we score. I think that will take all the kind of momentum, any momentum that West Ham have. I think that'll kind of deflate them a little bit. But like I say, yeah, it's kind of scoring that. This is the occasion that you wish we had a Beth Mead or a Meader on the bench, don't you? Just to kind of pull on, and somebody that could get us that goal in the second half. But yeah, we'll see. It's still a long way to go yet. I still think the ball's in our court because we played well in the first half. We just didn't do enough with the chances that we got, really. So, yeah, that's where I stand with it, really.
Okay. So when they're not going into the game straight yet, and Lee's still not back yet. So, is there anything? We'll talk a bit about Man City game because I take it you're doing the watch along for that one, whereas I'm not. So, Ian Wright's at the game.
Yeah, well, I suppose he's had the chance to today because most of the time, he doesn't really have chance because he'll be with the men's coverage a lot of the time. So I suppose he takes every chance because he's a massive supporter of the women's football. So
yeah, I did actually see him last season against when we were at the Everton. When I was at the Everton game away, he was there. But he went to see the Merseyside derby as well. So he does come and see them when they can. And I'm sure they really appreciate that support. But yeah, I was meant to go on about Man City. I'll let you talk about Man City because that's coming up next.
Yeah, it's going to be one. It's obviously a final at stake. So both teams are going to be up for it. Both teams are in relatively good form. So, yeah, I think when it comes to knockout competitions, it's who wants it more, isn't it? Basically on the night, and who can turn up. So I'm hoping so because I'm in London the day of the final. So tickets they're only like £15 at the minute to go and see the final. So it would be nice, obviously, to get through so I can go.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, the final is being held at Selhurst Park, which is Crystal Palace's ground. It will be the largest final for the competition in its 14-year history. That's how big everything has gotten at this stage. A lot of those games last year, it was at Plough Lane, which was Wimbledon's ground. which was a capacity of about 4,000. It's just showing the growth. So it's a huge final. Another thing that you kind of mentioned off about it was that you couldn't find where it was. Okay, Sam's gone mute on me.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, you mentioned that you couldn't find where it was.
Oh yeah, no, I couldn't find where it was on the TV. It was my question, because I looked on Sky Sports, I looked on FA Player, I looked on BT, but didn't even think about to check on iPlayer. So that's where it is.
I think that becomes part of the problem as well, is that usually they don't advertise it very well. Some of these games that we saw today, especially along the WSL, either they're on BBC or they'll be on Sky, but not many people know about games that will be on the FA Player, which is basically just a streaming service, almost like a Netflix, if you or Disney Plus for women's football at the moment.
Yeah, that never gets any advertisement at all, FA Player ever. But yeah, it's a great service. But I do know the final, they have publicised not publicised it while I was looking for the to see where the semi-final was. The final is actually on BT Sports. So yeah, that will probably be.
Really got it.
What's that? Sorry.
I was just wondering, have BT really got it? That's a bit odd from BT to. Oh,
yeah, BT have got the final. I'm pretty sure, unless I didn't read the dates properly, and it was like last year's final or something.
Last year it was on BBC, but we are off. Stina Blackstenius with a chance, but she couldn't convert.
Let's see if I can find where. Country Cup Final 2023.
Women's football on TV, right? Okay, so they won't have. So Leah Williamson with the ball at the moment. Nice little ball to Kim Little inside Arsenal's half. Rafael Souza bringing up the pitch.
Oh no, I think I must have been. I think I must have got the. I think it must have been like an old article that I was looking at from like a couple of like last year's or the year before maybe, because it says that the 12th final will kick off at 3 p.m. is due to be broadcast live on the BBC.
Yeah, last season it was on BBC. It was just a bit of a shame, really, that it was a good game. But I do have a look at that because it's the 5th of March. They have advertised the same games for the WSL. They haven't actually announced whether or not these games are going to happen or not. But it's all down to who's in there at the end of the day, because that would mean that Chelsea's game against Brighton would be postponed. It could mean Man City's game against Tottenham could be postponed. It could mean that,
Yeah, because we're supposed to be playing.
We play Liverpool at home.
Liverpool on that day. So that would mean, and there isn't. The problem is, there isn't many, with us still being in the Champions League, there isn't many gaps between now, really. With us still obviously being in the FA Cup, Continental Cup, Champions League, and then the league, there's not many gaps to kind of fit them in now.
Oh, that's lovely ball. No, Maritz, nearly Mackenzie Arnold just gets on the end of it. Getting closer.
Yeah, I'm like I say, I'm a little bit behind you because I'm on Sky Go. But yeah, I just do worry because like I said, they do look really dangerous when they just kind of, because they've set up full well knowing that they won't have much of the ball at all and they will dominate possession, which has obviously happened. So they've been set up to kind of take their chances on the counter attack, I would have thought, which hopefully they're not going to have a chance to do. But oh, this is nice football.
Ball into the box for West Ham. Good away. Looks like there's an offside. Or it was a foul. What's your timer on?
48-20. So I think I could be. I've only just seen our cross.
Oh, right.
That
Okay.
was. So yeah, I think I'm a little bit.
I thought mine was slow, and I'm with Now TV.
It's weird how they're all different because you would assume that Sky Go and Now TV would all be the same. Obviously, they run through the same company, so it's just bizarre how they're all at different times, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Lee was watching it back with me so that he could sort of hold the time. Here he is.
Hello. Have I missed anything exciting?
No, you haven't.
Still 0-0.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Just coming
Sam,
up to
thank you so much for jumping in, mate.
That's all right. I shall come back as to my thoughts at full time.
Thank you very much indeed. Sam Wilson, ladies and gentlemen, as we live and breathe, what a hero. And there he goes. Thank you very much for jumping in. And we are looking to get something down here on the Arsenal left.
Go on,
There's
Steph.
Kim Little.
Go on, Kim.
Bit of space out right hand side here.
Who's it? Oh, Moritz. You're not going to cross it in. You never do, Caitlin.
A header in.
Oh,
Right.
it was a really poor header as well. I don't know what happened there. It's just, I don't know if she didn't get enough power on it or her direction, or it might have been a bit of both.
Felt a little bit like from Leah's cross in, it looked a little bit like slow motion.
Maybe it was just the direction then in the end, because it does look like she did get enough power on it.
Cheers again to Sam, who's just made a little comment. Glad I could help. See you at full time. Cheers, mate.
Yes, we also saw that Ian Wright is in the crowd as well.
It's no surprise to me at all, right? He's always supporting the girls anywhere he can get to.
There is that lovely photo when he was still at Arsenal. I think it was the 98 season, because it was the really nice white, black and gold, red, white and black and gold strip. And he's with, I believe it's Faye White, who many may or may not know. She one of England's most capped players, as well as England's most decorated, with a lot of the things that she won for Arsenal. She also famously wore, which is now in the actual the National Football Museum's collection, is her actual face mask, because she actually had a fracture on that foot during the Women's Euros final in 2008, which Jill Scott was the only surviving member that was still playing at that time.
Yeah.
So a little bit of facts for you all.
Faye White, of course, very, very talented centre half back in the day as well.
Another opportunity for Stina there.
Certainly was.
She was in goals. It's just West Ham now have it, but we're going to go again with Lena on the ball, straight to Frida. Now Kim Little.
Taken.
Collision there.
Looks a nasty one as well, actually.
But Sissoko basically went into Moritz, and Moritz, I don't know how to really describe it, because it's basically like you're falling over, but you bang your head in the process. It's a very awkward one, because I think the referee's given the West Ham a free kick here.
Yeah, it very much looked like a fighting for the ball.
It
But
just looked like they came together, if I'm honest.
yeah, I agree. An awkward coming together more than anything malicious, I would suggest. But she's still down after a good 20 seconds or so.
Yeah,
The
they got.
physios are out there looking after her. She's going to try and get to her feet now, I think.
Yeah, they're going to make sure it's not concussion, which is the main thing. So here
Absolutely.
we go. We see it again. 50-50.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the impact of her going down afterwards. It's a 50-50. Noel's not got the ball. Sissoko's won it, and
Yeah.
the impact from going down to the ground, it's almost like a whiplash. I'd probably call.
Yeah, I get you. She's sort of hobbling off the field at the moment with the physio.
Yeah, you can't be too careful.
Absolutely. Got to take as much time as they possibly can, make sure she's okay. Player's going to restart with the West Ham goalkeeper trying to clear it out. Big up to everybody who is watching us as well. I can see there's a good few number in the chat here. So cheers everyone for jumping in and watching us. You may be here for the first time, whether you're here on the YouTube channel, which is Gooner Gathering, which is a family-friendly stream where all my illustrious guests will talk through matches and go through anything that we put on the channel in a family-friendly manner. It's so important to me, especially with my little girl, who's you could probably hear in the background. And we're also here on Twitch, and we're also here on Facebook. So if you're watching us there tonight, just say hello to us, give us a like, give us a follow, and all that sort of jazz. It helps us more than you guys all will know. And there's Amy's opinion just there. Amy is my little girl. If you guys don't know her, she's nearly 11. She's
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Crazy times, mate. Crazy times. Cross come in from West Ham there. Well done.
Well caught, man.
Claimed that ball very, very well. They're talking about perhaps on the commentary here who will be first to flinch in terms of substitutions here.
I would imagine that around this time you would be thinking of bringing someone on soon. Jem Beattie's warming up from what I could see, but it looks more likely that West Ham will work as Lynn Hardson Martin and then goes into the box.
That looked really dangerous. That's coming back in again.
Back. Noel Mertz just hits it straight at the defender.
Then they're going to try and recycle the ball back in.
And
Gone deeper back.
Just been allowed to dribble, but it goes straight back to Rafaela. Straight to Leah Williams.
Out to the left.
I love how she just dinks the ball across.
Passes it around amazingly well, doesn't she?
On that Emirates for offside. Just the way that, especially on that Emirates pitch, the way she pings that ball is like very precise as well. It's just it's better than chocolate. Let's just say that.
Nicely put, mate. Nicely put. I thought you were going to say something else then, but yeah, I'll take the chocolate reference. I like it. And another good attack from Arsenal. As longer it goes, it starts to get a little frustrating, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's going to take some more time to get this going. But once we get that goal, I'm sure we can get a few more.
Yeah. My feeling is sort of gone past 70th minute as the game gets into its last sort of stages. I think then we'll strike. We'll see how wise I will be in about 12 minutes time.
We are the better team.
It feels like a case of when, if not if.
Yeah. Let's again, Caitlin Ford with ball in.
Just manages to avoid everyone somehow. I don't know quite how. Rafaela's come right up from centre half to support them on the left hand side there.
It's the small bits and pieces that, like that. There was a little bit of miscommunication. Rafaela left it for Lena. Lena left it for Rafaela.
Yeah.
it's small things like that. It's just if we can cut that out, that will help a little bit. Very strange to see no one works in the middle of the pitch.
Right, I'll put that. Okay. She's multi-skilling at its best here, ladies and gentlemen.
As Lotta Wubermoy takes it. Oh, nice, lovely trot attempt at 1-2s. Arsenal have the chance here. No.
Late tackle there.
For a free kick.
That's got to be a card and all, isn't it? Looked very late to me.
Oh, I think it looked. Oh, right. It was Kim.
You'd almost associate that with another midfielder of ours.
Taking out Vivian. Doesn't look like it was given as a free kick or anything, so. Red yellow card even.
No booking there, not according to the graphics on the screen anyway. Little bit of a surprise, but there you are.
I'm a bit off, feeling a bit off at the moment. I don't know why Steena's all the way in the middle of the defence.
No.
Build the attack. It's a bit of a bad sign when you know your strikers doing more defending than your actual defenders and midfielders.
Does it feel like she's coming back there just to get into the game a little bit?
It reminds me of when Viv was playing up top and she wasn't getting any of the ball, so she would go back into the midfield to go and win the ball. But because someone else was able to come up, then Hartamada
Marlon plays a through pass that gets cut out, but also going to try and come again. Gone out to the left-hand side. Captain's out there.
And
there's Kim Little again. But again, that final pass isn't there.
I don't know, a little bit more height and she's in goal there.
Back on the Arsenal right. Looking to play a 1-2, not quite.
Oh.
Gone out for a throw into Arsenal. It's a good effort.
It's getting there. It's just... It's got to happen within the next 10 minutes.
I mean, the substitution options are interesting, aren't they? I know we have a player back from a loan spell for Everton. Is that right?
Yes, Giovanna. We brought her from Barcelona in the summer. Immediately loaned her out to Everton. Excuse me. Mainly because she needed to get the game time. Oh, Stina with the ball now.
Oof.
Oh, it's
cut out again. It's just come out to the midfield again. It feels like it's attack against defence at the moment.
So when I was speaking to Sam, I was asking him about the signings. How much has he seen of them? And he did admit that he hasn't seen a lot of them apart from the one game that he has been able to see. So, from his point of view, I can sort of understand where he's saying that the player, he doesn't think that if we don't score, West Ham are going to go up the other end and score one, and that'll be the end of the game. But the quality, just to put it into context, Victoria Plova came from Ajax. Ajax are everyone who does know football knows that they're a very good quality team. And their women's side is no different. They play the Ajax way. Victoria Plova, she joined them from, I believe it was Hereven at the time. So before leaving Ajax in January, she's a great player. She can play on that right-hand side. She can play in the attacking midfield. Freedom does play. But there we go. We've got Kim Little now.
Lotta sort of going into that sort of advanced midfield place again there. It's kind of odd seeing Williamson and Lotta just so far forward. There's Raffaele and Williamson again. And there's Lotta.
Is that it's almost like Leah's given them the freedom that Leah Volti would do.
First time cross from Lotta.
Oh,
Not quite.
I think that'll be on the list to help them do with training. Surely that's we got the free kick. Shirt pull. There.
Sorry, mate. You kind of cut out on me a little bit there. I didn't quite hear you.
I was saying Lotta might need to work on her crossing if she's going to do things like that. But she's capable of doing those long balls. At the same time, we see they still changed now. Second half, three shots on goal, none of them on target.
79% possession for Arsenal.
But again, Leah Williamson is so versatile. If she's in that midfield, she will literally be able to support, come back and be that extra central defender. Yeah,
absolutely. I'm so used to, certainly as a newish kind of guy to watching this, I'm so used to seeing Leah back in that central defensive place. As we get a shot on target there.
Oh, she toe pokes it, and Mackenzie just gets a toe on it as well.
Right on the near post.
We finally get our first just shot on target of the second half, ladies and gents.
Goodness me.
Not very long to do anything, but she managed to do really well with that effort.
Absolutely. And it's gone for I think, corner I'm looking at. Yeah, I think so. Looking at Blackstenius up there. Header comes in, and it's gone wide just. Oh, I think it's Raffaelli who got the head up there. I think it's almost unchallenged. Unchallenged header.
I wonder if that's going to be a free kick for West Ham there, because no, he's given the goal kick. Okay.
Yeah.
Leah Williamson just accidentally brushes one of the players with her arms.
Yeah. Well, that's all in the effort of the going for the jump, isn't it? Just going to have a little sip of tea. Well, I am English, so could be very proper.
Yeah, you guys, there's your own idea for your next short.
Absolutely. Talking of the shorts feed as well, we've put a couple up there on their channel today. We had the wonderful Desert Island kickabout from Sophie the other day. A couple of shorts gone up from that. If you haven't seen the whole of the stream, give it a watch. It's so much fun. We had a great time. And here's a couple of substitutions for Arsenal.
So Lena Hurtig for Victoria Plover. A bit of a shame, really, because Lena Hurtig was doing really well, if I'm honest. If the problem is, as well, as she doesn't really play really confidently on that left, so I take it that Caitlin will go to the left, unless Caitlin's also coming off. And Katie McCabe is also being ready to go on.
Oh, 7. That's Catley, isn't it?
Steph Catley. Oh, that's...
wow. I am surprised by that one, mate.
We're not taking that Steph Catley off, that's for sure.
Goodness.
That leaves...
16 coming off. That's
Laura for Noel, which would have been the...
right, so we've got Katie coming on, Pullover coming on, and Winreuter coming on. Winreuter will come on, probably play at right back.
Yeah, so but essentially two of our fullbacks have been swapped around, and Victoria Pullover's come on for Lena.
I think this might be the first time I've seen Pullover play live, so an interesting one for me, certainly.
She is a fantastic player, and when Stina's down at the moment, so I can't. If I thought straight on there from the
cool. He didn't mess about, did he? Physio out of nowhere.
It did give a free kick, no card.
Yeah. again, it was just a collision.
Hmm.
It was an aerial challenge, really, more than anything else.
And she is going to come back on as well.
Yeah.
Which is good to see. But Victoria Pelova, she is essentially an attacking midfielder, plays really well on that wing as well, and she offers a lot of skills as well as the opportunity to look for those passes in that final third, which we've kind of been lacking at the moment. I'm a big fan of her. She didn't. The last time she did play against Arsenal, she did take out Leah Valti.
We're in again here. Not quite.
Oh,
The free kick that happened, by the way, sort of McKay hit it, and it's kind of got cleared. So nothing from that one. But the longer the time goes, and all of a sudden we're in that last 20 minutes. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen here? Arsenal are going to want to crank up the pressure a little bit here.
Here we go.
When Reuter,
in she
not
goes,
quite.
blocked. Fine, Reuter. It's just going to put it back.
Deep to Kim Litter again. The skipper going to play it wide.
Two there to Helena Arteman and Williamson.
West Ham trying to get it beyond the halfway line. They've hardly had any possession in this second half. They've got it now, and they're going to try and build on their left. They're going to play a crossfield ball.
Sorry.
Going straight to one of our centre halves, and Arsenal are going to get it back.
Go on, Stina. Caitlin's free. Go on, Caitlin.
Going to go. It's going to go.
No, she's not going to.
The touch is a little heavy. It's just gone by the byline.
That's why I would have taken her off. Her touches tonight haven't been great.
It's a confidence thing as well, I think, isn't it?
She has scored. She scored against Aston Villa. She scored against Leicester. Not Leicester. Leeds. Getting confused with my Premier League teams and WSL teams at the moment.
Yeah.
So she has got the goals. It's just I don't know what that final ball. That's whatever she's trying to do. She's got. It seems like she's got two left feet.
Yeah.
West Ham got another free kick.
Yeah. Do you know this is possibly the first WSL game I've seen in a little while where it's starting to show a little bit that we are missing Viv and Beth. That's how it feels to me. That little extra bit of creativity has somewhat been lacking. But yeah, I still feel there is a goal there somewhere.
Oh.
As Arsenal win a free kick in the West Ham defensive half.
Yeah.
Leah's going to try and build them going forward and plays it to the right hand side. Caitlin Ford plays the ball into the penalty area. It gets cleared out for a throw into Arsenal.
Right sort of areas, just no one's moving into those areas to be on the end of it. Come on, Frida. Ball into the box. Again, no one. Go on, Vicky.
Maybe this time.
That's it. There's the ball. Casey.
Into the 60-yard box, but it gets cleared away.
She was trying to lay it back. She didn't have the time, though. So Leah
Little
Williams.
flick. Can we get a finish? Not this time, maybe. Can they retrieve it? Marnham, no.
Oh. Very
breathless
much
stuff at the back with West Ham.
Oh my God.
It'd be criminal if they come out on the break now.
It's all right.
They don't. But where's this?
She's offside.
Given a free kick, yeah. Frantic stuff. Lovely little flick there from Marnham to get the ball to Blackstonians.
I think maybe if she
took that
the first time, just volley it bottom corner instead of taking it on, it doesn't give time for Arnold to get down and make that save.
Yeah.
Again, we need to get this goal. It's coming, and we're getting closer and closer.
The only thing that's against us is the sounds of time.
And West Ham having the ball.
Yeah, that's a problem as well.
We might have a corner here. Yeah.
Well, if I tell you what, we've seen this many a time. That needless set play conceded, and maybe Arsenal can get something from this. We've seen it so many times. Silly little mistake. The West Ham have defended really well all evening. Can you imagine? They've just a missed time clearance there. It's gone beyond the byline. Corner kick to Arsenal, and it's going to be Marlon to take it.
Here she goes. Ball in.
Scramble there. Keeper's got it away or half clear.
Oh, so close.
It's gone beyond the halfway line, so we've got to say credit to West Ham. They have cleared it.
Just got it back. This is where you sort of stretch your legs. West Ham look like they're going to bring someone else on.
Right.
Arsenal aren't going to bring anyone else on at the moment. Jen Beattie is still warming up though. So
Jen's more of she's a centre half, isn't she? So that would be a surprise to change that as the cross goes straight into the goalkeeper's hands for West Ham. West Ham keeper's got the ball.
Again, if Caitlin gets on the end of that, she can flick it and it's in. They're not anticipating.
Not getting the run of the ball. It comes towards that last 15 minutes of the game. It's funny on all these that I've done. I think I've only had 1-0 draw, and that was with Bertie, literally a couple of weeks ago, and that was the Newcastle.
I'm so glad I didn't join you for that one because otherwise I'd be I wouldn't be PG. That's
Indeed, that's something I pride myself about this channel, mate. You know that. We're professional broadcasters, don't forget. Here we go, there's Arsenal again.
Okay,
can we play that final ball?
Lover.
There's a header on, there's a shot, that's little.
Oh,
no, it's Marnham, and it's gone over. First time finish, and it's just gone over the bar.
Where she should have taken a touch. Should take a touch.
Oh. That's you've got she had the bodies in front of her as well, which meant it was very difficult. I think.
Lisa Evans and Gio's coming on, so I would imagine. So Lisa Evans will come on for.
Let's have a look. So substitutions happening. Probably a good time to plug us on Twitter at Goonerly Mead for myself. Matt is on this one. There he is. Matt LR28. There he is. Find us at Gooner Gathering on Twitter. And it's the number 26 coming off for West Ham.
Vivian Asayi for Lisa Evans.
And Stina's coming off for Arsenal. So Blackstone is off.
Is Caitlin going up top? Is Caitlin going up top, or is Gio going up top?
Okay. I have just seen a little bit of the WhatsApp group from Fran, and Fran is at Sini Sketches. I believe she is going live on her channel later on. So, guys, if you're not already subscribed to her, give her a watch. I will try and plug her stream on our Twitter page or at Gooner Gathering as soon as we are done on this stream. Fran is amazing. She's so talented. Give her some support. She's brilliant. So cheers.
Oh, I hope Kim.
And I think it's a solo live stream from what I've managed to read on that little bit on our WhatsApp group. So.
Okay, we thought penalty. Surely she pushed in the back.
Big shout. Don't think anything's going to be given.
No, not given as West Ham play it out from the back. Burns just here with the ball. Cut out quite easily in the end. Kim Little, Leah Williamson, just trying to find those spaces to get the right pass and get the ball moving forward. 12 minutes to go now. Well, 11 as we're just about to hit. And Gio's on that right-hand side.
First real look for me for Gio. Saw a little bit in the game against Leeds, wasn't it, in the cup?
Yeah, she's cup tied for the League Cup.
Right.
Oh, well done, Gio. You've got the ball back. Come on.
In the League Cup semi-final, which we're going to be covering live on the channel on Wednesday. Back heel comes in. Can we get a shot in? There's Little.
Oh, no.
Gonna go. McCade. Katie McCade.
Smash it. Oh, the wrong side of the post.
Wait.
She's saying it's a corner.
Just have a look. Left foot blast takes the deflection clearly.
I don't think.
By the way,
I need to
McCade's
see
left
that
foot
again.
drive comes off the number 8 for West Ham.
It did as well. That was going in. Arsenal still.
Oh, man.
Come on.
West Ham survived. 10 minutes to go.
Still got the one sub left as well. Laura Vineroy, so straight to Gio. Back to Laura again. Leah Williamson. Lovely flick on Caitlin Ford. Oh.
Nothing given again. Sort of hacked clear. And Arsenal defenders have got it back. There's the goalkeeper again.
Settling for the point. They're settling for the point. They're not even attempting anything now. They're going to be happy to sit, which means we need to be playing those quick get of balls.
Yeah.
Or a Kim Little special where she just takes on everyone and whole spaces open up as Victoria Plover with the ball in the box. Grace Fisk heads it away and only as far as Vuba Mai.
Raffaele again just on the D in the centre circle. I think Little went for a dummy there. It didn't pay off.
No.
West Ham have got the ball. And they've just sort of kicked it up. It's gone on to the West Ham left.
Here she comes. Release
Is that Evans? Yeah, it is, isn't it? I recognise her.
And Laura's just no, you're not getting past us.
Not today. Not at the moment, thank you.
Nice little long ball there from Victoria from Leah Williamson. We've got too many L's in our team. Caitlin Ford, surely scored the
Offside flag, I think. Oh. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. And the longer the time goes down, the more frustrating it's becoming.
Lovely ball again from Leah Williamson. But you know what?
Interesting little shoulder charge there. Was that a penalty on Ford?
Shoulder charge. She's led with her elbow. That's a penalty all day.
I'd like to agree with you there, mate, I think. But fortunately for everybody here, I'm not a referee.
Getting the referees there. That's a penalty. Go back to that one.
We'll go back to our wrestling reference if you like. I'll put on the zebra stripes. I'll be a special guest referee.
I thought we had a player down again, but she's gotten up, so we're all good.
We're all good. Another. Whoa, we are 7 to play. 7 minutes to play. Loads of time.
Plus added time as well. Come on, Gio. That's it.
A strong run, which managed to sort of Reuters managed to get it back.
Oh, that was funny. Laura just pickpockets Lisa Evans there. She's like, oh, free ball. Oh. Ball in. Head. Oh. Grace Fisk again.
It's going to come right back to him. It's literally attack against defence, and has been from the vast majority of the game.
It is a training session at the moment, and it's just trying to find the right time to attack, the right time to go forward, the right pass in at the moment.
Yeah. There's Lotta. Going to play it to the right hand side.
Here comes Gio. Cut inside.
Oh.
Nice little ball. Right idea, just
The execution wasn't quite right, and it's gone straight to the goalkeeper. Oh dear.
He's got one more sub to go.
What attacking options have we got left? I don't think there can be many. There's
The other
young,
option would be
the young girl.
Yeah, the only other option is Katrine Cole in midfield, which
Right.
I would say then you say to Kim's just stay, be that defensive midfielder that Leah was.
Yeah.
Oh wow, they forgot the most important part of the ball there. Those two little slips. Oh, handball, surely.
No, I don't think so.
Well done to Gio trying to get it, win it back though.
Rare bit of possession for West Ham now.
Looking to just again long ball over the top.
Might come off because it's come to their right winger. Head out from Arsenal.
Well done,
And looking
Rafael.
to break. And here we go. Here we go.
This is
They've
it.
gone
This
for
is
the
it.
lob.
This
They've gone
is
for the
it.
lob. No.
Oh my God.
Caitlin forward with the lob. It's just gone a little further too high. A little bit too high. It's a good effort, to be fair. You can see what she's trying to do. Goalkeeper's off the line.
She's got the other option as well. She could have waited. She could have ran it a little bit longer and then gone for the pullback. There was Victoria Palova, Caitlin Ford as well. But we're going to see West Ham make 2 more subs.
Yeah. Feels like they're running the clock down a little bit the best they can.
And Kate Longhurst.
Yep.
Coming on for
So
Serla.
Stringler and Snurl. Parker and Longhurst coming on.
Funny enough, Parker is their top goal scorer in the League Cup. So with
Interesting.
2. Wait, no, not 2. It was 4. So it'll be a very interesting. See how they do now. Are they going to just sit and hope for that 3 points?
Either way, this is energy sapping, and it's going to go into the semi-final on Wednesday night. It's gonna,
not a good sign.
no.
I would take a 1-0 at the death at the moment.
Yeah. Here's Lotta going to run through. Ball on the right-hand side.
Gio, go on, Gio.
It's going to be a big cross in. It's not going to be anything this side. What about on the left? No.
Okay. That communication's not there.
It's not, is it?
Come on. Nice long ball again. This time to Laura. There's a nice little gap there. No one was getting on the end of.
And the lifted ball goes straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Oh dear.
It's a real shame, actually. It seems like Gio is being restricted in what she can and what she can't do, because usually she runs past those sort of players. She doesn't hold it up. So I don't know if that's something she's been told to not do. But usually she attempts the dribble, hasn't even attempted the dribble as much as she usually does. It's a bit of a shame.
I mean, she's just back into the Arsenal first team, but very recently they're probably getting used to playing with her as well, I guess. So getting used to her style, I guess.
Oh, here we go. Caitlin Ford, Kim Little, far side.
Go on, Katie.
Go on, go on, go on.
They're being patient, Arsenal. They're not rushing, but they're running out of time. There's a long-range drive.
Leah
To the
Williamson!
goalkeeper. Wow.
Oh, she slipped as well. Imagine if she had that shot without slipping.
Goodness me. Well out from the goalkeeper. Good
Yeah,
save on the right-hand side.
If she had scored, I think she would have done the Gaza.
Yeah. Corner kick to Arsenal. It's going to be one of the last chances in the game here.
I Steph can't need to put this one in.
No. It's a poor ball in as well. Doesn't get past the near post.
Don't know who. Was it Marnham again? It wasn't. It was Katie.
It was unusual for her.
Come on, move for her. There we go.
Goalkeeper's rather flapped there, hasn't she? What's happened there? Can Kim get something on this? No, not quite. Not this time. But they're fighting to get possession of that ball back with about 10 seconds to play of the 90 minutes. Arsenal get the ball back in the midfield.
Come on, it's now or never now. Got to get it in. Williamson.
Cut out, unfortunately, for the West Ham. We've got 5 minutes to play. 5 minutes of injury time.
We can do it. We can do it.
I can hear Matt Roberts getting a little frustrated on the feed here.
There's nothing worse than being at 0-0 and you have all of the possession. You've done everything you can and just you come away with a point. It's just there's no bitter feeling.
Who knows? The big drama still to come here. Arsenal getting the ball in the penalty area. It's gone for a corner. Who knows?
Lost.
The substitute got it away. It was Parker, who's just been on the field a couple of minutes. Just gets it away just beyond the byline. It's corner on the other side this time. And it's going to be Marnham who's going to take it.
On this one.
Come on, we've got to get past the near post.
I know what they're trying to do. They've done it for a long time. They just need the right delivery. As it comes in, Williamson is headed back and West Ham get it away.
But it's only going off the halfway line. There's no one up. And Arsenal have got to try and get it forward.
Come on. More intensity now. More intense. Go on, Gio.
Gio.
No, it was Victoria Plover instead. There's Gio for the header. Just West Ham hoof it away again. Oh, so frustrating.
Isn't it? Bit of my Essex.
I don't watch the men's games anymore.
In terms of results going, this is coming as a very, very frustrating weekend for Arsenal fans.
Come on. No, too slow. Needs to be quicker. Come on, you can do it.
They're just finding the space. There's loads of time yet, mate. It's fine.
Get the rhythm.
Can we get the ball in the penalty area? They're trying to turn. Penalty shout.
No.
Offside given. As Matt puts his head in his hands. That just sums it up, boys and girls. It sums it up for the moment. Oh, dear. The frustration's coming out. You can see it.
The title is just slipping away as the minutes tick by.
Yes, Mackenzie Arnold gets the Person of the Match award. Probably quite right as well.
We've got 2 games in there, and it just means it would mean a little bit more to get the point, and it means that we don't have to worry about what happens next Saturday as much as we would need to. There we go. We've got Laura. Ball again.
What about this time?
Yeah.
Kim Little dispossessed. You got to give the Hammers credit, mate. They're defending absolutely brilliantly.
They're doing everything they can possible to get a point. But it's
Good
Arsenal
ball from Lotta.
trying to get that. That's the ball, Gio. Mackenzie Arnold gets it. Yoda very screaming in Yoda.
Frustrated, yes, I am.
You don't get that on many other channels.
No. Get impressions, you get wrestling references, you get a lot here on Gooner Gathering. Make sure you hit the like button. One last call, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, let's see how far the channel can go, guys. 30 whole seconds to go.
West Ham. I'll give credit where credit's due. West Ham have just looked to frustrate from the start to the very end. And in the end, that's what the issue was. And as we go now, Marnham, no, it's not going to get there. That will be the last action, I'd imagine, as we go for a goal kick.
Yeah. Oh dear, how frustrating. Oh dear, I think I'm hitting my another 0-0, boys and girls. I don't believe it. I certainly didn't expect this today. Yeah, I'm afraid. I know a couple of seconds ahead of the game here. I think that's the whistle, mate. I think that's the whistle. Ends as a goalless draw. Goalless draw. How frustrating is that? Matt can't even talk.
It's just now an uphill battle. It now means that, for considering how everything went over the day, it looked like everything was going well for us, and all we needed was to win today, and we didn't get it. And now we've got two important games to look forward to. Unfortunately, they're both against Man City, back to back. One of them at home, and the game on Saturday will be away at the Academy Stadium.
Yeah.
I don't know if Sam's going to join us or not, but I'll.
Well, listen, we're definitely going to cover Wednesday. I don't know what's going to happen Saturday yet. So just talking about, Gooner Gathering and what we're going to do on the channel. Upcoming streams, like we said, the League Cup semi-final on Wednesday. Can't remember the time I've set the stream up for right off the top of my head, but 15 minutes before kickoff.
I believe so it'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff because it's 7:15 kickoff.
Right. So I would have set the thing up for 7 o'clock. If I could get a little bit creative, we are going to attempt to have a bit of a quiz on the channel on Friday. So I believe Sam, I think Fran might be there. I know Bertie will be there. Certainly for Friday, and we'll see what happens for over the weekend. Unfortunately, this little thing called work commitments does get in the way. Can you just quickly check on the WhatsApp group what Sam's just said there, please, mate?
Yeah.
But yeah, as regards today, look, we can see Konchesky talking to his players. We can see.
So Sam's just saying he'll try and make fans stream.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll plug her once more if I can find the right banner. There she is. Seen Sketches. Find her at Seen Sketches on Twitter, and yeah, she'll be going live. I think she's doing a one person live stream coming up. I haven't seen the whole of her tweet, but give her a watch. She's fantastic.
If you haven't seen some of her artwork as well, I brought one of her artworks for a friend who does go to the games of Viv at the end of the season, and she loves it. She absolutely loves it, and what Fran does. It's I'm not the most artsy person, but she does a really good job of everything, and it's very unique. You don't see many people being able to draw a very lifelike image of someone.
Yeah.
She's pictures of men's as well, hasn't she? I know she was working on Jordan North's one. I mean, by the time I've been going on about that for a long time.
There you go. Let me
But
just bring Sam back in. There you are.
Go on then, Sam.
Hello, mate.
Hello. It's the most one-sided 0-0 draw I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen so much domination in the second half of football and a team not score than that.
Absolutely. Felt like a training session, didn't it, Sam?
Yeah, the stats must be the stats at one stage were mental, like 13 shots and to none back from West Ham or something. It's just like much. I could echo the same words like when I came on at half time. It's like there's no killer edge, no clinical sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just disappointing because it feels like it's opened up that little gap now, hasn't it?
I think for the first time that we've been watching, I've been really covering this as an awful lot. The fact that we've been missing Mido and Miedemar, I think it really showed out today.
Yeah, I mentioned that to Matt at half time, to be fair. I mentioned that if we had one of those on the bench, just one of them available on the bench, that's a completely different result come 90 minutes, I think.
Yeah. And it's quite telling at the moment. You can see the West Ham players congratulating themselves. And in fairness, defensively, that performance was incredible from them. They were very brave. They had plenty of numbers going back. They managed to protect their defenders as much as they could. Arsenal had all the possession, but then it was trying to get that clear-cut chance, which proved very difficult.
Without being kind of somewhat melodramatic, these will be the games you'll look on at the end of the season and go, where it was kind of the league was kind of won and lost, because that's how it tends to be in the WSL. It tends to be that tight between first, second, third, fourth. So you could look back on it really and think, yeah, that was one that has cost us. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
But that's certainly one you could look at the end of the season and go, yeah, that was because that opens up a little bit of a gap now, right?
I can go through the league table right now because Sky very kindly put the graphic up for me and I hit the pause button. So Chelsea are leading the way at the moment with 12 games gone on 31 points. Man United same amount of games and they're on 29 points. Arsenal in third position, so they have gone up a place today after that 0-0 draw. They've only played 11 games and they're on 26 points, just behind us. Or actually, joint on points. It's the goal difference that's different. It's Manchester City. Obviously, we spoke about a minute ago. We're going to be playing on Wednesday and then again on Saturday in League Cup and in WSL, respectively. But like you say, a league as close as WSL has been, and for the part that I've been watching, you drop a few points in a game like this. It's very much like when Arsenal lost to Birmingham last season. I said the word Birmingham. I know. Look, it proves I've watched the product. All right. So a game like that could be so crucial in us losing points, which could at the end of the league season be so crucial.
Yeah, even if we do win our game in hand, whoever that is.
Man City Saturday.
Oh, it is, okay, fair enough. Which again really isn't a gimme at all. It still leaves a 2-point gap. I don't know how many. I was just going to have a look how many games there is left. Actually, there can't be that many.
It'll be 10 games. 10, not well, after our game in hand, it'll be 9.
Yeah,
9.
Still play Chelsea as well. If I have to say about the season, if the season was to be lost, I would say the season would have been lost when we drew the 1-1 against Chelsea. If it again is down to a point.
the way that all happened as well, right in the last minute as well, was
No,
disappointing.
it will be between us and Chelsea. I don't see Manchester United carrying on. They will crumble. They do it all the time. It's just a matter of time, really. It's Manchester United do that, and then you'll have Arsenal, Chelsea. Arsenal and Chelsea will yo-yo between who's up top. They'll end up getting a draw against like a Reading, or they'll end up drawing against Leicester or someone, and then go to the last day again, and it might be the same story. And then everyone will be saying, "Well, where was it? Was it West Ham? No, it was Chelsea. We should have beaten Chelsea fair and square. We needed the second goal. We didn't get it." And tonight we needed a goal, we didn't get it, and it's the way it goes. But go on, Sam, because it's your time.
Yeah, we kind of I think it's kind of made Jonas's points more valid, though, hasn't it? That if we had of, let's say that on that last day, I don't know why on earth we left it down to the last day of the window anyway. We kind of shot ourselves in the foot with that. Or the last couple of days. Surely it could have been done right at the start. But let's say in that transfer window that we had got one of those strikers that he was after. Again, that's a completely different game today. So yeah, it is. We could look back on January as well and think, what if? Because I think you kind of. You're shooting yourself in the foot, leaving. He must have known that he needed a striker with Miedema and Mead out. He should have got that done right away. So he's kind of dug himself a little bit of a hole there, I think. And that will probably be asked of him. That will probably be one of his questions tonight, to be fair, that he gets asked.
Yeah. But, I suppose intentions were made clear with the bid for Russo. But like you say, when something gets so close to a transfer deadline like it did, it was always going to be a tough ask to make it happen and go over the line, I guess.
Because it really didn't give. I'm not a massive fan of players trying to force through a transfer and stuff like that, but it didn't really give Russo any time to kind of go to Man United and say, "Look, I wouldn't mind going to Arsenal." Rather than going and leaving on a free in the summer and going there anyway. So it didn't even really give her a chance to kind of communicate her thoughts and feelings with Man United. So yeah, I think we might look back on that as well and kind of, think that was maybe something that we should have done.
Yeah.
And we didn't.
I think maybe from Russo's point of view, maybe she would be thinking, I'll see the season out, and then she's going to have an absolute no end of offers to go, whether domestically or at the very top of the game. Hey, she could very easily end up at a Barcelona or somewhere on other shores, and she'll fit in absolutely perfectly.
The problem is, if she goes to a Barcelona, she won't get game time. If she goes to Lyon, she won't get game time. There are plenty of big clubs out there but they can't promise her the game time that she'll be looking for. Arsenal would be able to.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Sam?
Yeah, I think. Again, I think it now comes down to, because she won't be short of places that she can go to. I think it would very much come down to how we finish and what we kind of give her to look on. Because if she's got 5 or 6 offers and someone's performed better the season before, she's potentially going to go there. It's probably down to those just really slim margins. Yeah. Because it's going to be completely down to her which one she chooses. So yeah, I just think, I think it's just really disappointing, isn't it? Because it's a game that, looking back on it, it should have been. It's a game that should have been and wasn't. So I think it's just a bit disappointing. Hopefully we can bounce back quickly and perform better on Wednesday. Well, I wouldn't even say perform better, because we played well. It was just that we couldn't score. So,
just to put this into perspective as well, Arsenal failed to score in the WSL for the first time in 19 league matches. That run goes until last February when we, right at the end, where we actually did play Chelsea at Kings Meadow.
Because the danger is, I guess, the danger is that West Ham really didn't trouble us much in that second half. But say that was a Man City, they are going to trouble us. So that's the question, isn't it? We can't. We're going to have to take our chances, because if we don't, we're going to pay for it on Wednesday. So it's really got to change, I think. Like I say, it seems harsh to criticise, because at the end of the day, we played well. We just couldn't score. I think if you'd have put another 90 minutes on top of it, I still don't think you'd have scored. I just think it's probably just one of those days.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. It's one of them that you could have played all night and nothing would have gone right in the final third, unfortunately. So do you know what? Probably, guys, that's probably a good place to finish it for this evening. I do want to make sure before we go off air, let's give the West Ham goals plenty of credit for how they defended. They managed to secure a point, and they retain their 7th place in the table. It's a little bit of a gap between them and Liverpool in 8th. But
I do think it's probably fair to give their goalkeeper a shout out as well, because I think she's one that really did perform today. And if it wasn't for her, there was a couple of second half, especially that Leah Williamson one that she kind of went to shoot but then scuffed it. It was a really good save. So there's a couple of saves in that second half that, as much as good as the defending were, probably saved West Ham as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And just as I'm about to try and wrap this up, Luca's in the chat. So hello to Luca. Hope you're doing okay. We're all doing okay, mate. We've just come off nearly an epic 2.5 hour stream with these fine gentlemen here. So got to get in through and trying to be as entertaining as we can through a 0-0 draw. But it's been a good stream. I always enjoy chatting to these gentlemen. They're always very supportive and very, very good. So I appreciate their time. So Matt, would you like to give your socials out first? Then I'll throw it to Sam. Then I'll try and sign out.
Yeah, so mine is at MattLR28 on Twitter.
And Sam, please.
So Sam Wilson AFC, but the 1 in the space of the I in Wilson.
Thank you very much. I am going to give Fran another shout out because obviously she's going live later on. So there she is at Cine Sketches. Please give her a follow on there. You can follow us here at Gooner Gathering and me at Gooner Lee Meads. So guys, for anyone who's been in this stream or the back end of the Tottenham versus Man City earlier on, thank you very much for being with us. And we will see you later on in the week. So take care all. Cheers. Thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.